We back with challenge mode ST-1-5, where we get to take on Ironside. I am doing this 7 levels under the recommended level at 35, but we can end this fight in 4 turns. I will be going over the mechanics of the boss, the setup I use, as well as the units and gear. Let me show you what I got. Alright, so for the team and gear that I'm using. As you can see, all my units are level 35 here. For Somi, for her fixed keys, we're using Little Guardian and Unyielding Momentum. Senya's keys are Win-Win Partnership and Mutual Benefit. Gyeongji has a targeted training, Point of Vulnerability, and Concentration. Charkri, she's running Thermal Feedback, Deadly Allure, and Devilish Whisper. And then for our girl Groza, she has Multi-Dimensional Assessment and Firepower Superiority. Alright, let's take a moment to talk about this boss's abilities. So his basic attack, basically he goes to the closest unit, and then he sits there and uses a 2-hit combo, and each time the combo misses, any part of those attacks miss, he uses a malicious outburst. Every other turn he will sit there and do a sonic shield. The shield applies 20% of his max HP to himself, and if it's not broken, he uses a malicious outburst. I want to say the minimum requirement to fight this boss is that you need to be able to break the shield whenever it comes up. His ultimate is Indiscriminate Suppression. He'll use this every other turn. He marks a 3x6 area in front, and he sits there and deals AoE damage. It hits pretty hard and ignores all cover. The interesting part about this is that you will see a bunch of red, and your natural instinct is to get all your units out of it. You actually want to put as many units as you can in it. The damage gets shared, and if nobody gets hit, he uses a malicious outburst. Now, we've been talking about malicious outburst on pretty much every one of these abilities, so let's go over malicious outburst here. It doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, but it is map wide, and it does break stability pretty quickly, especially if he's sitting there doing it a bunch of times every turn. So you need to sit there and let your units get hit, break the shield, so you can sit there and void this. Why? Because he applies a debuff to one random enemy, and if your units have this debuff and attack the boss, then they end up getting taunted. Interesting thing is that if you're able to stability break the boss, he will remove the debuff, but if your units already attacked the boss and became taunted, then it doesn't matter, they will stay taunted. Another interesting mechanic about the boss is that every turn he will restore all of his stability. It's a little annoying, but he doesn't have any damage reduction for having stability other than the regular ones that the game gives him. You want to avoid malicious outbursts as much as possible. You only want one of your units maybe getting taunted at best. Do not want your entire team getting taunted, because he can sit there and do that. Seriously, this boss doing too much. He's got a dish network on his shoulder. He's got a bazooka. He's got a... Is that a pickaxe? Anyways. So first thing first, we're going to want to move Gyeongji over here and get her ability primed and ready. After that, we move Groza right next to the boss. This will set it up so the boss will position itself outside of cover, so all your units will be able to sit there and get free range hits on the boss. After that, we want to sit here and use Somi's skill. Not only will this help phase sets on your weapons, it'll also sit there and put shields on your entire team. Now, we use Senya's heal, even though Kyonji is full health, because that's going to give her a 2-turn attack buff, and that's really helpful here. After that, we get Sharkry, we buff her up, we use her 3rd skill, and we try to sit there and do some damage onto the boss. There's really not much else we can do here. Now the boss is going to move into this position here, smack Groza, and then everybody's going to retaliate because we don't hit Groza here. We love Groza. That is going to stability break the boss, but unfortunately, the boss's mechanics will make him recover all of them. All of the stability on his next turn. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Now we absolutely ignore pretty much all of these ads. We want to move Kyonji up into this square so that she doesn't have a chance of getting taunted and then prime her skill again. After that, we move Somi up 1 because she will be in range of getting taunted in that position, and we don't want that to happen. We use her 2nd skill because it has the highest stability break. Same thing for Groza. This has the highest stability break, and it will get Kyonji to use her support attack as well. We buff up Sharkry. Now we're not moving Sharkry because we want that little robot dude to attack us because we need that platform. And since he attacks us, Groza retaliates and then it gets murdered. Now that he's out of our way, we could move Ksenia over to that platform, activate it, getting her up, and then we can use her ability onto the boss. It really doesn't matter which one you use. I just like using the 2nd skill just because it gets Sharkry's passive proc and get a little extra damage. Boss will do some stuff that's kind of pointless. Now, Ksenia got debuffed. That kind of sucks because if she supports attack, she's going to get taunted. It's not the end of the world. And as you see, that little defender dude back there, he tried to taunt, but he can't taunt Ksenia. Unfortunately, since we're on the platform, we're actually safe. We're going to prime Kyonji's skill here again. We're going to use Somi's ultimate here, get shields back up on our team. Our entire goal here is to break this barrier. We do not want the boss being able to get his skill off for free. So we're just going to sit here and do as much as we can to it, as well as try to stability break the boss. Now we're going to move Sharkry over here so that she has clean line of sight, so we can get as much damage in on the boss as we can. We do get the stability break, which will help take care of the shield. Now, the shield may not be completely gone and it may look like our turn's in, but Ksenia is taunted, so she has no choice but to attack the boss, which does break that shield. Oh, the boss hit our people, and our people didn't like that, so they got to retaliate, getting some free damage. After that, it really doesn't matter as long what you do, as long as you use Kyonji's ultimate. Then you can honestly attack in pretty much any order, but I do like to start with Xiaomi just to sit there and try to stability break the boss here. Same with Groza, we're using the 2nd skill. It's single target, has the highest stability break, and it procs Kyonji. And then that's it. Fight's over. And for the damage stat, Kyonji doing her job. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope this helps you defeat Ironside. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're feeling extra special, you can join the Mage Institute by clicking the join button. You can catch me on Discord, link is in the description. And if you want to help support this channel, there's a link in the description for that too. As always, I will see you all next time.